Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to give you guys some interesting combos featuring the upcoming Rastakhan Rumble expansion. This is from the Fireside stuff. As you know, it's fairly limited gameplay, but the few cards that we can play with, we can really play with them. So I wanted to focus on one of the most interesting upcoming cards, the Warlock legendary, non-Loa, Jeklik. So this little thing can get really crazy. In the Rastakhan Fireside that we've been playing these last few nights, you play a full-on discard Warlock deck, and it's actually pretty good. The main weakness with the deck is it doesn't have that many finishers or recovery tools, so a lot of the time if you don't snowball out of control on the board, you have no way to win the game anymore. So the deck overall is on a pretty mediocre power level, but I think that's because the deck is not constructed very well, not necessarily because the archetype doesn't work. I think the archetype does work pretty well, and it is largely as a result of this card. This card just gets so crazy, so I wanted to go over the different implications that it has, particularly in that deck, and you can use your imagination for the rest. So what happens is you have a card that discards something from your hand, and well, if it targets this one, you get the discard effect. So if you have any kind of discard recovery, you can get this card some more copies of it. Then it splits into two. And then if any one of those gets discarded later, those can also further split into two. It's literally an infinite discard effect. If you have this in your hand, you're constantly generating cards instead of discarding them. So the net effect is actually +2 card draw. So think about it this way. If you have one card in hand, you play a card that discards a card, the card that you had is going to be gone. That's -1. If you have Jeklik, it goes from, instead of -1, it goes to 2. So it's like drawing 2 extra cards. Drawing 2 extra cards is like 5 mana. It really is. If you look at cards in Hearthstone that draw 3, which is 2 extra, 1 the card that you're using, +2, those cost 5 mana. So you're getting a 5 mana effect, but the side effect is the card kind of sucks in Discard Warlock. And the reason it does is because Discard Warlock mostly discards Zoo. You want really high stats. So if you're paying 4 mana for a 3/4, yeah, Lifesteal and Taunt's really great, but it's still 4 mana for a 3/4, and you need those stats to be premium. That's kind of like a pretty good 3-drop as far as constructed is concerned. You might think 1 mana is not that relevant, but that's why you're here to learn from Krip and watch the video to come, because you will see that it is very relevant that you're playing a tempo board-centric deck and this card doesn't generate very much tempo. But that doesn't mean it's bad, because you're still doing this effect instead of discarding actual cards. And you basically don't have to tap later. So if you're playing the all-in, just play your best turn every single turn, kind of how you play Zoo Warlock, with this card, it's pretty interesting because, well, yes, it's a 4 mana 3/4, but instead of having no cards in hand, you have this in your hand, so you don't have to tap that turn. So it's kind of like a 2 mana 3/4 on a turn that you'd otherwise tap if you had no other cards in your hand. So it's one of the coolest cards I've ever seen, just from a design standpoint, and Rania and I played a game together that we gladly highlight for you guys today. So check it out, learn about the slight downfalls of the card through our experience, and I hope you guys check out the Rastakhan videos to come. These Rastakhan games are crazy. And they are. I know some of you guys are used to Adderall streamers, but I'm not really one of them. I hope I did not disappoint. This is pretty good. The Dire Troll. These decks are basically discard Zoo. Flame Imp in the openers, really, really high roll. The Seeker on the board. It's a drum, stick, drum, horn. And then this thing lights up. The sound is really cool. I find this very satisfying. I think I broke it. Okay. Click it too fast to break. This thing, if you click on it, it has like the different spirits and stuff. Oh, you can change the hair. It's like red and a purple. Or is it the same? No, I think... Oh, I think it is the same, actually. I'm dumb. What if we have tiger? Does it change the color to the tiger? It does not. Oh, that's pretty bad. Holy shit. That is some real high roll. Seriously? Jesus. Kinda wanted to do that at some point. Dude, like the whole hand is High Priestess. Oh god, that is pretty nuts. Oh my god, that's really good too. I have no idea how I'm gonna win this, by the way. Just no idea. Play Fortnite, this is boring. Oh yeah? Why does the deck not have quest? Couldn't tell you 100%, but I can tell you that in general, quest is really shitty. My only hope is just out-tempoing right now. And it is pretty damn hopeful. That's Soulfire, and all three are the taunt thing. That's insane. And it is Soulfire.
From the void. Hyric, grant me wings.
Must destroy Rastakhan.
And you thought you were lost.
Yeah, you get pretty good value off of that. 15 cards. Jeez.
Who dares summon me?
From the void.
This is so insane.
Hyric, grant me wings.
What the fuck?
And you thought you were lost. Your feeble sword.
Dead? It's not even possible. There's only one Doomguard and one Soulfire left.
And you thought you were lost.
Wow.
Hyric, grant me wings. From the void. Feeble soul. Feeble soul. From the void.
Only one Soulfire in her deck, so I imagine this will work.
Grant me wings, Harry! Grant me wings!
As the master wishes. You're in trouble now.
From the void. Harry, grant me wings!
I'm doing okay, I think, just because of the tempo. I think they played way too many of those.
Harry, grant me wings! Harry, grant me wings!
As the master wishes.
Harry, grant me wings! Feeble soul.
Come back, boys. Hyreek granted you too many wings, okay?
Harry, grant me wings! Feeble soul. Your blood is mine. Now I hunger.
Do you still love me? I think, as good as they are, I think they're just low tempo. It's still a 4 mana 3/4. You have to play them alongside other cards. I think that was a hot YouTube game, by the way.